What is up, you guys? Matt from Our Process, and guys, today I want to talk to you guys about something that's just been on my mind, recently, and also something that happened to me and something that I experienced, just yesterday in my theology class. So yeah, guys, the theme of today's video is basically, how to find peace when you are going through something bad in your life, when you're going through, some sort of adversity, some sort of hardship, something that is negatively affecting you in your life, whether it's with your attitude or with your mindset or just something that you're going through in your life, but most importantly, how to stay calm and how to stay peaceful through those moments. I really want to share an experience about how I found peace in those moments, but also how you can apply this to your life as well. To start the story and to tell you guys about the experience, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't know if you guys have been keeping updated with my Instagram stories or whatever, or on my Twitter. If you guys aren't on there, I definitely go check it out. You're missing out if you're not. But if you guys haven't been keeping updated, recently I've been going to basically a summer theology class, and it's for my school. It's just to get some credits done. No, I didn't fail any classes. I got a bunch of DMs about oh dude, you failing or something. I was like, no, I didn't fail any classes. I have to get my credits done before I graduate next year out of high school. So I'm trying to get as much of my credits done as early as possible. So I decided to take this theology class during the summer, so I don't have to worry about it during the school year. So I started the class this Monday. It's about 5 hours a day for 4 days a week for about 3 weeks. I just got the first week done today. It's currently Thursday. But I still have 2 more weeks to do until this class is complete, until I can get that theology credit. And the class is awesome, guys. I really, really enjoy it. It's really broadening, my perspective on my religion. And I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I'm Christian. And more specifically, I'm Catholic in the Christian religion. But I mean, and honestly, guys, this video is for anyone. This isn't just for Christians. This isn't just for Catholics. This isn't just for people who believe in God. This is for everyone, because these are lessons that you can apply to anyone in life, So, so basically, guys, just yesterday, we've been learning about, Jesus and everything that he's been having to go through, and all the sacrifices that he's been having to make, the suffering that he had to go through to save us for our sins, and basically, that was the whole entire, the passion of Christ, the crucifixion, and then the resurrection of him, and that was some really deep moments, guys, us just talking about, Jesus' life in general, and basically all the things that he had to go through to complete God's will and to complete, his overall life's purpose, which was, one, to just spread the message of love, and then also to perform God's will of saving us from our sins and defeating sin and stuff, So and whether you guys know about the Bible or about Jesus or not, I'm just prefacing and stuff. But yesterday we learned a ton about Jesus and his life, but also about how he died, and just that whole entire process of his death and his resurrection and stuff, and how much suffering and pain that he had to go through to complete his life's purpose and whatnot. And basically, my teacher was talking to us about this, and we finally finished the life of Jesus. We talked about it from beginning to end, and this is what I really like about my teacher that I have for this for this theology class, is he really tries to actively engage with us, and not only does he teach us about the Christian religion, but he helps us put it into our own lives. He actually wants us to take this information and not just store it in our minds, but actually use it into our lives, and and put this into our everyday actions, and that's the entire purpose of this class, is to open up your eyes and really not only put in this information, but also put it out and use it in the world, and use it in a positive way. So he's a great teacher. I absolutely love him, super personal and stuff. But he decided that he actually wanted to take the class outside and go pray in this little garden that is right next to my school's arts building and stuff. He said that he wants to take us to this little garden to just pray, to just collect our thoughts, to do whatever we have to do, to just really just comprehend and understand what we just talked about Jesus' life and all the things that he had to go through to complete his life. He just wanted us to go to this little garden to just think in silence and just pray and to God and whatnot, in our individual lives and stuff. So yeah, so we actually we got out of the class, we walked all the way to this garden, and it's such a beautiful little area. I've never even I've been going to the school since 7th grade, and I'm currently about to be a senior, and I've never really noticed this garden. I've never really been in this garden. The coolest thing about this garden was that right in the middle was this big concrete cross, writing on all 4 sides of it, and it was just really beautiful. I don't know, right after talking about Jesus' death and then seeing this cross just really, hit me like really hard. Like I just loved, it just really showed me how much, God, He truly does for us in our lives, and I just cherished it all in that one moment, So everyone, sits down around this cross and in the garden and stuff like that. There's little seats all over the place, and just put places to pray, and everyone just kind of gets into their own zone and just starts like praying, and it was really, really beautiful, because I've never actually seen other people pray like in their own little worlds. Like obviously I go to church and stuff like that, but it's just different. Like when you're with like other students, other people your age, and you're seeing them, praying, and seeing them just get passionate, like sitting there and like praying and stuff. So I start praying, and I don't really need to get into like the whole details of like what I was praying about and stuff, but I really made it apparent to really get deep with this prayer, to really just like say what was on my mind, say what was on my chest, just kind of tell God all those things that I was feeling, and tell God all those things that I was kind of going through in my life. Like, and it wasn't even huge things, it was just like little things here and there, and it was and I was saying these things, I was praying. It was probably like about 7-8 minute prayer, just me sitting there and just like talking to God. I finished my prayer, I say everything that I need to say and whatnot. And then I say like amen, and I look up from my prayer, and I don't know, guys, like I just like I really can't describe it in actual words, but I just felt this feeling that I've like truly never really felt before, or I have, but it's been in like really amazing moments. I just felt this sense of just like absolute peace, as if like nothing in the world mattered, as if like all those problems that I was facing, all those little obstacles, all those little adversities that I was facing in that moment, like as if they didn't mean anything. And it was just weird, guys. Like I sat there and I was just thinking like after my prayer, and it was interesting, like I couldn't think any negative thoughts. Like it was as if like I had a block in my head, and all I thought about was just like how truly amazing my life is, and like I just couldn't think any negative thoughts. It was like as if like all those obstacles, all those things that I was going through like in that one moment just completely disappeared. And it was so interesting how it was like right after that prayer, right when I just got it all off my chest, like right after I told God like everything that I was going through, like it was just all lifted off of me, and I just felt that peace again. And I don't think I've ever really experienced like that type of feeling in my life. And I really want you guys, like, and it's just so interesting, like I hope that everyone can feel that feeling, whenever they're going through something in their life. Whenever they're going through something that is relatively bad in their life, like whenever like they're facing some sort of obstacle, some sort of adversity, like I want you guys to be able to feel that same feeling. And I'm not saying that, and I'm not just speaking to people who are Christians or people who believe in God, like basically the message that I want to say, and why I even said this story is simply because when you are going through something in your life that is affecting you in a lot of different ways, what most people tend to do when they face those bad things is they start getting all these negative thoughts in their head, and they start getting all chaotic and all crazy, and all super deep in their thoughts and whatnot. But like the best thing to do is not to get deep in your own thoughts and start thinking about how this thing is affecting you in your life, but actually like say these problems to someone. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your parent, whether it's your sister, whether it's your best friend, whether it's a guidance counselor, whether it's God in your life, whoever it is in your life. Like I promise you guys, simply just from the experience that I had yesterday, if you get it off your chest and tell someone about what you're feeling, I promise you that you will feel just a feeling of peace, a feeling of escape from whatever you were last going through. And make sure that that person always cares and won't judge you for what you're going through, and won't and is simply there to help you. That's why I look to God to be able to help me with these things, because I know He'll never judge me. I know He'll love me no matter what I'm going through. I know He'll love me unconditionally, through all the obstacles, through all the adversity. So that is God for me in my life. But for you in your life, like no matter who it is, just say it to someone that you feel like you can trust. And I promise you guys, like the feeling that you will have when you get it all out there, it's just such a feeling of peace. And I want you guys to be able to feel that. And that is how to find peace in the worst moments. Is to share that is to share these moments, share what you're feeling inside, like truly what you're feeling inside, with the people that love and care for you most, because first of all, they want to help you, and by saying these things, you get a feeling of like, you know, maybe you start to understand like, wow, like maybe I can overcome these things. Like maybe, you know, these things aren't as bad as they seem or as my thoughts are perceiving them. You know, so as you're saying, you know, these things to a loved one, like it's just like you're getting it all off your chest, and you're making your mind almost think that, you know, that I can conquer this thing, I can overcome this thing. And that is the most important thing, my friends. Because guys, like when you are going through these moments, it is hard. You know what I'm saying? It is hard to go through these things. And if you leave yourself with just your thoughts, I promise you, you know, you will spiral down into this just these endless negative and just, you know, depressing thoughts in your life. And I know, you know, a lot of people go through that in their lives. It's like they don't want to share anything in their life with other people, so they, you know, rely on their own thoughts to kind of get them out of it, when their own thoughts are actually digging themselves in the hole even further in. By not sharing it with someone that you trust, that you love, like it's as if you're trying to battle this one thing on your own, and sometimes it really is hard to. Sometimes you need that other person in your life to be able to share these things with, and just to listen to you, just to be there for you during these times, you know. And although, you know, this is probably super cliche, like, you know, go to someone when you need help, like although it's cliche, yeah, but I just know, you know, how much that impacted me yesterday, just speaking with God and speaking, you know, and just getting all that off my chest. And I just want you guys to feel, you know, that same peace that I had, you know, after I got it all off, you know, and guys, I completely understand. Like sometimes, yes, the things that you go through in your life, like sometimes it is dark, it is lonely. But I promise you guys, sometimes in your life, another person can be the light to help you get out of that darkness. And that is just what I'm trying to say to you right now. Like, you know, whatever you're going through, another person can help you through that. Another person may have experienced that same thing. And even if they haven't, you know, just being there for you and having that feeling that you are important, having that feeling that there is someone there for you, just makes you feel so at peace. And it makes you feel like, you know, whatever you're going through really isn't, you know, as bad as you may think it is. Having that peace during that time of chaos and during that time of just pain and maybe some suffering, you know, having peace during that time can really help you get through those things in your life. If you're in that position in your life right now, I challenge you to go to a loved one and just share what's on your mind. And I want you to experience that feeling for yourself. Let me know how it goes if you end up doing it. You know, DM me on Instagram or on Twitter, or say it in the comment section, you know, whatever you need to do. But yeah, and maybe I can be that person for you in your life, you know, but it's just so necessary, guys. But yeah, guys, I mean, you know, thank you guys so much for watching in this entire video. I hope that I'm able to add value to you. If you're in, you know, a current situation in your life, like, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to be that person for you. But if I'm not, you know, I'd love to just, you know, stay updated with you guys and see how it goes for you in your own life and how that turns out, you know, and how and the feelings that come from that. But yeah, guys, I hope everyone has an absolutely amazing day. Keep loving the process, and I will see you guys later. Bye.